With the release of Dragons Dogma 2 merely about a month and a bit away, I thought I would review the first game and play it a bit more for all of ye. Hope that's okay with you. It's a game made by Capcom back in 2012, so it's a fair age now, isn't it? Got re-released on the PS4, Xbox One and Switch. Well, I don't know what the Switch version's like, but considering it looks like a PS2 game, I don't think it'll fare too badly. Gone are the fucking bars at the top and bottom of the screen the 360 and PS3 versions had. I hated that shit, but that was just to hide its dodgy frame rate even more than they could have optimised it better, I suppose. It's a weird game. It's an open world-ish RPG, action RPG in fact, and it's a bit of a slog at the start. I'm not gonna lie, the direction of the game's a bit poo. You don't really know what you're doing. You sort of fumble from fight to fight. Then you go, I think I'll go explore, and then you'll find that you're under-leveled for nearly every part of the game other than the main starting bits. And you get your buttocks kicked. It's wonderful. But before all that, you'll get a wee intro from a previous Arisen guy, and you'll have all these powers and then lose them. Wonderful. Love it when games do that. Love it. I love it. It's like shit diving. Remember that bit for Naked Gun 33 and a third where he gets caught swimming in raw sewage and he's like, I love it. I love swimming in raw sewage in the morning or something like that, it's kinda... I hate games that just take too long to really get going, and even when you do get going, it's like, the game sometimes just doesn't tell you what you're doing. I got this wee bit of paper that's like, you can join the worm hunt. Worm hunt? I thought we were fighting dragons. It's a fucking dragon at the start of the game. It's not a fucking worm. It's got 4 legs and 2 wings, like a dragon should. A worm's got 2 back legs, and its arms are attached to its wings. The front arms, that is. That's a worm. What the fuck are you on about, Cap? You don't know what you're talking about. Get out of the game. Stop making games, you see? So at the start of the game, you wake up and this dragon's attacking your wee fishing village, and there's this big fucking red fucker. It looks really cool. I like it. And then you're like, I run down to the beach with my sword and shield and get splattered instantly. And then the bastard thing takes your heart, and I'm like, well, shouldn't that really be the end of the game? Can I survive without a heart? Are you kidding? You're fucking some kind of weird undead magical creature thing. You're called the Arisen, so I'm guessing you are some sort of magical undead creature thing. Very complicated, all this. I don't like it. And then you're just in your pants and your shirt and you're like, right, let's go adventuring. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Then you'll meet some strange things called pawns. And you have one on your own, so you design your own pawn, whatever you want it to be. I think you should have it as a varied character type thing. Because you'll have, there'll be 4 of you at all times. So there'll be you, your pawn, and 2 other wee pawns that you select for a pawn range in the game by touching some sort of big glowy stone. And then these will be other people's designs. It's not just a randomly made pawn. It's other players' pawns. And then your pawn can get pawned out and join their pawn group. You see? So try and have your pawns varied. My pawn is a mage that can heal me and then just sometimes fucking ignore me entirely. It's like, doesn't matter to her, she doesn't give a fuck. Part of a video game, I'm fucking getting bounced to death. That's another thing, stun locking's a thing in this game and I'm not a fan of that shit whatsoever. It's pish! You also cannot go into the water in any capacity really, because you'll be eaten alive with these things, and that's pretty much what the explanation is as well. It's like, there's things in the water. Well, how do you get any fish then? Because there's fish you can catch. In rivers, you just see them. You don't actually have a fishing animation. You just see them flopping around in the river. And you walk up to them and you pick them up. Now, fish. Complicated. Not. No. One of the best things about this game though is you can climb on the bigger enemies. So you can climb up its back and smack fuck at the back of its head with your sword. It's quite funny. but that uses up stamina. And your stamina bar's this wee orange bar, right? It's a wee orange bar. And it's a stamina bar. And you'll use it up, not by just normal attacks. No. This isn't Dark Souls. Even though some people might think it's similar to Dark Souls. It's not really. It's not anywhere near that difficult. Plus, you've got difficulty levels, easy, normal, all that pish. Anyway, your orange stamina bar will be used up when you climb up things, when you carry things, when you restrain enemies, things like that. When you use special abilities by pressing R1 and square, R1 and circle, and all that pish. And you can learn new skills when you get to the main city and you speak to your innkeeper. They'll store your items, let you sleep for 500 a time. 500 gold for a bed for a night. It's a way of advancing time, but I think it's a bit pricey. Should have been like 10 gold. Fuck's sake, mind you, I've got like 150,000 at this point. Just because I've been walking about aimlessly, dying all the time, picking up random shite and selling it. Like, I don't need wolf pelts. I've got armour. I don't need sour milk, flonge juice, fucking any. You don't need any of that pish. You've got plenty of fucking crap to pick up. And you can give things to your pawns as well. You're like, here, you just hold on to that, will you? Because I'm sick of carrying it. Gave them apples and they'll heal themselves, and you need to upgrade their shit for them. You need to, it's like babysitting. It's like it's babysitting with extreme violence. It's quite funny. Imagine if your Tamagotchi would just pick up a sword randomly and start stabbing your enemies. Yeah, something like that. Okay. And there's dungeons to go doing as well, and the side quests are pretty annoying because most of them don't really tell you what to do too well. The game's kind of vague in that fashion, so I had to look up guides and all that. What the fuck? How do I start the main story beats again? Got my wee worm license, fucking worm license, and then it's. I was like, what the fuck do I do now? And you have to speak to some other bastard within this big castle. Find them. It's not very handholdy, but it's kind of annoying actually. I was in two minds of just gearing it all up again, but I've since made progress. Had to look it up online though, but progress has been made. You'll also notice this is the Dark Arisen version of the game, which comes with the DLC called Dark Arisen, which I am not looking at in this video because it's very hard. I haven't completely finished the game yet, but I have been playing for what feels like 300 years. So I thought, I'm qualified for this video. Fuck it, we're doing it. Okay, good. Yes! So the main story is to stop a big red fucking dragon and kick its ass. Death Incarnate it's called. Fucking brilliant name there. I just have called it Reg, personally. Reg the Redian. And you can get this game for lots of things. The Switch if you want, and Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, both playable on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, however long they exist for. And I quite like it. I'm not wild about the game. It can be extremely frustrating. It takes far too long to get into, in my humble opinion. But you might like that. Give it a bash, you'll pick it up for peanuts. Like I said, the sequel's out soon, so I'll be giving that a go. Good night.